through two examples of plotting quadratics. Okay, so I know it's a quadratic because this x has a power of 2. Okay, so we've done plotting, but that was with linear graphs. Okay, whereas now we're looking at quadratics. So we know that x squared means x times x and plus 2. So that means y equals x times x plus 2. That's what that means. Okay, so we're going to start with 3 when x is equal to 3. So we've got y equals x times x plus 2, but x is equal to 3. Remember, we start this side because it's positive, so it's easier. Okay, so start with 3. So instead of x times x plus 2, we've got 3 times 3 plus 2. Well, 3 times 3 is 9 plus 2 is 11. So 11 goes in this box here. Okay. Then we've got x times x plus 2, but we want to use x is 2 this time. So instead of x times x plus 2, we've got 2 times 2 plus 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6. Okay, next one. So I can write 6 up here. So x times x plus 2, we're going to use when x is equal to 1. So instead of x times x plus 2, we've got 1 times 1 plus 2. Well, 1 times 1 is 1, plus 2 is 3. Okay, we're going to use 0. So y equals x times x plus 2, but we're going to use 0, so it's y equals 0 times 0 plus 2. Well, I didn't write that 3 in there. So 0 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. Okay. There isn't a pattern here because I take 5, take 3, take 1. Okay, so I still need to work these out and we'll see. So y equals x times x plus 2. So instead of x times x plus 2, it's negative 1 times negative 1 plus 2. So negative 1 times negative 1 plus 2. So negative 1 times negative 1 is 1, and then 1 plus 2 is 3. So that's 3. Next one, x times x plus 2. This time we're using negative 2. So it's y equals negative 2 times negative 2 plus 2. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6. Okay, and then I'm just going to do the last one down here as well. So x times x plus 2, but this time we're going to use negative 3. So it's negative 3 times negative 3 plus 2. Negative 3 times negative 3 is 9, plus the 2 is 11. So I've got 11 in this box here. So now I'm going to write out the coordinates. Okay, so remember, this is a coordinate, this is a coordinate, this. So they're grouped like that. Okay, and we write the top number first, the x comes first. So we've got coordinates 3, 11, 2, 6, 1, 3, 0, 2, negative 1, 3, negative 2, 6, and negative 3, 11. So we can start plotting those. So 3, 11, so 3, 11's not on here, but it would be there. 2, 6, so 2 along, 6 up is there. 1, 3, 1 along, 3 up is there. 0, 2, 0 along, 2 up is there. Negative 1, 3, so go to negative 1 up to 3. Negative 2, 6, so go to negative 2 up to 6. Negative 3, 11, so go to negative 3, and we would go up to 11. So this is our y-axis and this is our x-axis. So you can see that the shape of the graph is a quadratic, okay, which is exactly what we expected because we've looked at shapes of what quadratics, okay. So that is that question done. You can write a little label, y equals x squared plus 2, okay, and then the next example. So this is the next example. So plot the graph of y equals x squared take 2 this time. So y equals x squared means x times x, and then take 2 at the end. Okay, so we're going to start this end because it's positive, it's easier to work with. So we've got y equals x times x take 2. Well, we're going to use x is 3. So instead of x times x take 2, is 3 times 3 take 2. 3 times 3 is 9, take away 2 is 7. Okay. Then we're going to use x equals 2. So we've got y equals x times x take 2. So instead of x times x take 2, we're going to do 2 times 2 take 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, take away 2 is 2. Now we're going to use 1, so x times x take 2. We're going to use 1 next, so instead of x times x take 2, it's 1 times 1 take 2. So 1 times 1 take 2. 1 times 1 is 1, take away 2 is negative 1. Next one, x times x take 2. We're going to use 0, so x is equal to 0. So y equals 0 times 0 take 2. 0 times 0 is 0. Take away 2 is negative 2. Then we're going to use negative 1. So we've got y equals x times x take 2. But we're going to use negative 1, so it's negative equals negative 1 times negative 1 take 2. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. Take away 2 is negative 1. Then we're going to use negative 2. So x times x take 2. So we're going to use negative 2 times negative 2 take 2. So negative 2 times negative 2 take 2. So negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. Take away 2 is 2. And the last one is negative 3. So x times x take 2. We're going to use negative 3 times negative 3 take 2. Negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. Take away 2 is 7. So I'm going to put 7 there. So remember, these are my coordinates. So I've got the coordinate x comes first, so 3, 7, 2, 2, 1, negative 1, 0, negative 2, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2, 2, negative 3, 7. Okay, and then we need to plot those coordinates on our axes. So I'm going to label this y and label this x. Okay, so this time I'm going to use a bigger gap because it's a bit squashed in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Down here, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 3, 7 isn't going to fit on my graph. So 3, 7, it would be up here, but it doesn't fit. So 2, 2, so 2, 2 is there. 1, negative 1, so 1, negative 1. Remember, the first number is on the x-axis and the second number is on our y-axis. So 0 is on the x, which is here. Negative 2 is on the y, which is here. Negative 1 is on the x, which is here. Negative 1 on the y, which is there. Negative 2 on the x, which is here. And 2 on the y, which is there. And then negative 3, which is here. And 7 would be off of our graph. Okay, so we can see it's the same sort of shape as before. Okay, so we've got a quadratic, and there we go, there's your second example completed. You can add a label, y equals x squared take 2, to make it kind of easier for an examiner and to make it clear for you as well.